Hello there, everyone. My name is Matt, and we're going to be playing some Rebel Inc. today. This is a continuation of the series in which I open the weekly challenge that Ndemic Creations publishes every week. They publish a normal challenge and a hard challenge. I will be opening the hard or brutal challenge, analyzing the different tactics and features that are associated with that challenge without having seen them before, so you can hear my thought process of how I go through it, and then I will play through it and hopefully win. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what this week has for us. See, the exclamation point means I have not yet opened this, so I do not know what to expect here. Alright, Sable Scimitar. Let's do it. So it looks like we have the... what's that guy's name? I can't remember the governor's name, but he's the basic one. And no advisors, no territory, and this is on Saffron Fields. So we're starting off without... I haven't looked at the tactics or features yet, but that is all pretty vanilla so far. So let's take a look and see what we got here. Okay, advisory role. Coalition soldiers are weak but provide significantly stronger support to national soldiers. So that does change up the game significantly. I made the mistake in a previous challenge of just playing normally with that, but this is actually significant in that you really need to put an emphasis on the national soldiers early, because the coalition soldiers, they normally can hold off insurgents. They cannot in this scenario, so I got to keep that in mind. Charity Watchdog, they cause significantly less corruption when funding initiatives. I usually don't buy the NGOs, so maybe I'll try it this time and see what happens. We'll see. That probably won't impact. Priority concern, locals in this region have a significant concern to be addressed. That really depends on what the concern is. With challenges, it usually is the same every playthrough. So we'll just see what it is. If it won't be roads. If it's something that I already buy, if it's jobs, that's going to be a little annoying because those are usually the last ones, the last initiatives that I buy. But everything else we can work around. Policy illiteracy. This is going to be interesting. Actually, that's not so bad because this means that this challenge clearly is trying to emphasize the national soldiers because international initiatives become significantly more expensive and coalition soldiers are weak. Since I was going to not use coalition soldiers as strongly anyway, this doesn't impact that too much, but it does impact the drones and the airstrikes, which are also international initiatives, and those will be more expensive. So in the late game, that's going to come into play. Inaccessible terrain. Garrisons cannot be built in remote zones. This is Saffron Fields, which means there are not many remote zones. So this in another map would be a huge problem. Here, I don't think it's going to be too bad. I think we can work around that. In the very end of the game, it might cause some problems, but I really don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. All right, I think that's it for the map features. The player tactics, expectation management, no reputation loss from lack of stability. That is a pretty big boon. So we'll see how that goes. But that's not nothing. That means I can focus on military and corruption, and won't really receive any penalty for not stabilizing zones, which means I can hold off on buying PR and stuff until much later in the game. That's significant. And then finally, the insurgent tactics. They have combat recruitment. Insurgents increase in number when soldiers flee combat. So that is a very interesting combination in the early game with the advisory role, because my coalition soldiers are weaker, they are more likely to flee from combat if I invest them in combat, and thus that will boost insurgents. So these two together have the possibility of causing a bit of a circular problem for me. So I got to be real careful of where I place my coalition soldiers, and very careful in the early game of when I pick my battles. Other than that, I think this is going to be a fairly straightforward challenge. So, let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, here we go. Welcome to Violet Garden. Let's go ahead and put our HQ. This is Saffron Fields, or Violet Garden, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and stick this one here. And because this is the best place for it in this particular region. Alright, intel, anti-corruption. I normally go the education route, but I want my national soldiers to have some transports, some speed, right out the gate. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll wait for a second to get my intel. Alright, perfect. Okay, go ahead and do that. Alright, let inflation tick down a little. It's a little higher than I'd like, probably from buying both, sets of roads. But soon I'll have enough for anti-corruption, which should be the next thing. Oh, okay, cool. So it looks like we got a specialist here. Alright, that was fast. Okay, yep, we are change of plans, not anti-corruption right away. I want to get my national soldiers out quick. Which one do I want to do? What's the best option here? I think getting... Well, how much are these guys eat? Okay, that is a problem. Alright, that is more. So this is normally, I believe, 7. So that's significantly higher. I can't really check. Let's see. What else is more expensive? That's the same price. That's the same price. That's the same price. The initiatives should all be the same price. So, all right. Let's wait and see until I get anti-corruption 1 and go from there. All right. I have enough to get this so that I can start collecting the 2 specialists. Okay. So it's a quick subject of specialists. You got urban, rural, and remote. I will usually keep the remote specialists. I will sometimes keep the rural specialists. I will almost always scrap the urban specialist, excuse me, because they tend to be. We just tend to not do as much fighting in cities, and usually the fighting there is fairly easy. So I don't think that's something I'll need. So in this case, because the insurgents are coming out so quickly, I think I'm just going to go ahead and scrap both of them. Because especially with things being more expensive, I think I need to prioritize that. How much do I need for my first soldier? I need 1 more. Because again, I'm relying on my national soldiers. That's enough. Let's go ahead, get you out. That'll take a little while. How much do I need for the second one? I need 9, so next month. That's an interesting place for them to attack. I do not like them. I believe this is the biggest city in the region. Yeah, this is the biggest city in the region. I do not like them that close, but I also know I'm not really in a space to fight them off right now, so I gotta be really careful how I do this. Alright, let's get the second one going, and let's bring you up here to try to get that. Maybe I can get a second coalition soldier, and that'll at least help me hold them off a little bit. I'm wondering where the camp is. It's one of these places. It's probably not here. Very unlikely that it's there. Alright. Let's go ahead and get that. Sell it. Don't have enough yet. Let's check here. There's no one there right now, so maybe I can sneak up and see if there's a camp there. Okay. I'm close to getting another coalition soldier. That might allow me to hold them off. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Plenty of soldiers coming out. Oh, awesome. Okay, I got lucky there. Alright, they're moving this way. It looks like they're coming down. They are attacking the big one. Okay, I gotta... Okay, that is destroying that, which is fine, but I do not want them to take this one. This would be a big loss if they completely took that. So hopefully the support of 2 coalition soldiers will be enough, even though coalition soldiers are considerably weaker. Let's see. Okay, good. It's enough. Awesome. Okay, they're going up and attacking. Glad I swept that when I did. Let's push our luck a little bit and see if I can push them back. And since I have them, since I have the money, I think I'm gonna buy travel logistics. So these guys come out the gate much more powerful. And then, wait, I need to prioritize, hold on. I need to prioritize anti-corruption. I need one more. Maybe I should have gotten that first. Okay, good. Alright. Oh, awesome. And now I can check... Okay, this is going to be a problem. Normally, this costs about 11. I believe it costs exactly 11. This is almost twice as much, and normally you can just buy this when the event pops up the first time that a foreign rival is supporting your insurgents. I will not be able to do that here, so I might prioritize getting that, actually. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I want to keep them in this corner here, if I can, in this Charlie Yankee, until, because if I can get them just over here, if I take out these insurgents and just have to worry about the ones over here, then I will do that. So what I think I want to do is park this coalition soldier here, and then just, if either of them get attacked, move the other one into support until my national soldiers come up. At this point, I'm gonna start, I'm losing reputation. It's not too bad right now, but I want to avoid losing too much of this. Let's get you going. Oh, are these gonna be more expensive? That's the same price, that's the same price. So it's just this one. Oh, I didn't check you. You're more expensive, but I never actually use it, or almost never use international assistance, so that, I don't think that'll be a significant impact on the game. Okay, yep, I thought that might be the case. Alright, I might be able to get away with, getting foreign relations. Let's see if I can take them out before they attack. Okay, they are attacking here. I don't really want them to get stuck next to that guy, so let's back off. By foreign relations, come here. Oh, wait. This is a problem. That timing went really poorly. Okay, now I can deal with that event. I don't have to pay for that again, which is good. Okay. Alright, that'll be enough to fight it off. I'm gonna start moving him here. Oh, actually, you know what? There might be no one here. If he moves there in time, we might just be able to kill him now, which would be great. I won't need to push him back into the corner. I think I'm gonna start... Insurgents are relatively... Okay, great. That went really well. Okay, now here I want to keep... So my plan is I want to keep them contained in this kind of slice here. If you can imagine the triangle formed by these two rivers. Obviously my HQ is in here. I don't want them attacking the HQ. So I'm going to put one of the national soldiers here, one of them here, and just keep them in this region. And then I'll give them both a coalition soldier as support. What I will also do is start another national. You know what? I'm going to get the next anti-corruption first. Alright, I'm starting to lose one a month. So 59 gives me 59 months, which goes faster than you think it does. So I should start stabilizing zones, because right now I'm not losing reputation for not stabilizing zones, but I'm also not gaining it either, which is bad. So I think I need to start worrying about that. What do people want? Telecommunications is a great one to get out. People want a little bit of everything, so this is not particularly helpful. I have education. I have not bought education yet. I have health. I have not bought health yet. I have jobs. I have not bought jobs yet. Jobs seems to be the most significant, because this is where the cities are. So I think I'm going to focus on jobs. And this should be okay. I do want to start, before I start really stabilizing, I want to start another national soldier, because if I don't, I'm going to end up losing my coalition soldiers before I'm ready. Maybe I'll start garrisons too. No, I'll go back and forth. The coalition soldier will take a while. Yep, knew that was coming. Let's go ahead. Once he moves into there, I want to try to take this zone back if I can. And I think the two of these will be enough to support each other. Like, the coalition soldier's weaker if he gets attacked from this zone, which they're taking now. But I think having the garrison on one side and the national soldier on the other will be enough to prevent that. just to be safe, I think I am going to get garrisons going first. Yep, that's a great place. Okay, now this will definitely be safe. Yep, okay, right on time. 6? That's bad luck. 6, I believe, is the maximum the garrison will ever cost. Okay. Perfect. Alright, here we go. Okay, I'm losing that one. Unfortunate, but I think I can make it work. He's not in battle right now, so let's let him go. And now I want to start stabilizing stuff. Okay, right on cue. Let's move you here. You know what's actually a better setup to do that? Okay, if they retake it, that's going to be some reputation loss, but I think I can manage. Alright, that's fine. Okay. I want to start on jobs. I'm going to get a couple of job ones, do that, and then this works is non-specific. So let's get that going. And I think next I'll get the PR office initiatives. And that'll help me regain some of this reputation. I'm losing it at a pretty slow rate right now, so we are in a bit of a, you know, relatively steady position right now. Is that enough? No, need one more. Okay. Let's go ahead and support you down here. And then once I lose this guy, I'll move him in. I have enough for PR. But I don't have any initiatives yet. So let's start rolling out some more initiatives before I buy the second one. PR, that'll be helpful for these urban zones. Okay, yep, losing him. These guys are moving though, so let's wait a second until... Yep, you don't want to let your soldier go. If you have time, obviously, there's a limit. If you have to, you don't want to let your soldier go until you're sure... Okay, good. Until you're sure that he's not going to be... That zone isn't going to be attacked. Now I will kick him out. Go ahead, go home, and then I'll move this national soldier up here. But now they are weaker, so I think I'm going to prioritize giving them a little bit more combat. Because, okay, that's enough to hold it off, and I'm getting another one. Okay, great. That will be very helpful. So at this point, this is going to be a pretty standard game. I don't foresee too many issues. That's helpful. Hold on a second. What do we got here? Oops. So they're getting jobs. That's good, but it's still not enough to push them over the edge. Let's get the second level of PR. Okay, now I think electricity is gonna be not super inexpensive. Let's get that next. And we're actually going to, what's there? Okay, so normally I threaten. I don't have any other way to gain, but I also don't want them to... This will gain me reputation, but it will antagonize them. I think I can get away with it once. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That was a pretty small increase. Significant concern over lack of education. Alright, it's time to break out some education. Let's get electricity, and then we'll go ahead and just get that, and we'll just get education as it becomes available. As funds become available. But then I think I'm gonna need to... I'm starting to lose on corruption, so I think I'm gonna need to save up for anti-corruption in a second. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna do that now. That's what we got. Okay, great. I'll let it tick up higher. Every second you don't do this is because you saw it was at 78. I'll let it tick up a little bit higher. It's turning green. That's a good sign. I'll let it tick up a little bit higher because the higher the chance is, the higher the chances, the better odds you have of lowering their capability, which is good. At this point, I'll look. Yeah, it's 83 now. It's 78 before. It's only 5%, but could be the difference. You know, it's basically a die roll. This should stabilize soon. Let's get more education out, and let's also get health while we're at. Okay, yeah, but now I need to... I'm getting warned. I do need to get anti-corruption going. Alright. So let's save up. I'm going to need 12 for the next one. Perfect. Starting to stabilize zones. There we go. Okay. Nope, sorry, I was wrong. I need 13. Now I need... Okay. Now I need more, because... So this event is a little frustrating. Because this will increase... You're choosing between, you know, paying money to increase their strength, or losing money in getting stronger soldiers, or in boosting the strength of the insurgents. I don't really want either of those, but between the two, that's the better option. You know, money will come back. Insurgent bonus, they take a zone that I can't take back. That's going to be a big problem. Alright, and yeah, see, it's ticking up pretty well already. Okay, great. They're starting to go a little bit more naturally. Let's see. Adjust those two for now, but we're getting there. We'll get there. What do you need? Alright, you don't have... Yeah, you don't have anything that you... there's nothing specific you want. And I do want to get the anti-corruption, so let's go ahead and do that. Perfect. This corruption is my big concern right now. Yeah, I am starting to get pretty low. And these guys, I think these will be able to hold basically indefinitely, so I do need to focus on getting stable because I need to get my reputation up, and until I do, I'm going to keep ticking down like this. Okay. You know what? I actually think the cash is more valuable right now. I have enough garrisons, these guys are doing fine. I think the cash is more valuable. Usually I will always take, especially if it's in a great area like that, but right now I think I need the cash. I need to stop the drop of my reputation, and I need to get more initiatives rolled out. I think the anti-corruption is the #1 priority, though, because that is what's causing me to lose the most. Okay, that'll help. I think, you know what, actually, before... Let's just finish this off since I have the funds. And now I can just focus on, or for the most part, I can just focus on initiatives. Okay, great. A lot of these rural ones are pretty close to the edge. If you look here, yeah, a lot of these rural ones are pretty close. Excuse me, a lot of these rural ones are pretty close. So I think I'm going to get the livestock development. That really helps boost stability for the rural zones. And that should push most of these over the edge once it gets rolled out to them. Alright, still dropping, but getting closer on a bunch of these. I think the next step... corruption is dropping. Okay, there we go. Corruption is... Yep, did it get rolled out to it? It's in the process of getting rolled out to it. Okay, so I guess I would have been good without it, but still. I think we might be at the point where I want to get my last soldier. Again, these guys are doing great, but I will eventually want to push in. Okay, insurgent activity is officially the cause of my reputation, so now it is time to focus on bringing the fight to them. So let's go ahead and get our last soldier going, and then I'll buy some arms upgrades, and that'll help. I might even, with this garrison, I might be able to push him, but there's a lot of insurgent soldiers there, so I don't really want to do that. It's not a bad place to have it. I would prefer it here, but having some backup for this guy is not a bad thing, certainly. Okay, there we go. That's a big one. Yeah, perfect. Are you going to pop too? Nah, you still got some time. Is there anything you need? No, it's probably... You can see this symbol here that this zone has been attacked before. That's probably why it is still unstable. Is because it's not giving us any. It's been attacked before, and they remember that, you know. So we need to keep our people safe, guys. All right, We are okay. I think we're crossing the threshold into the end game now. All right, can't try to talk, but let's see what their capability is. It's low enough that I can definitely. I'll threaten them once more. All right. No, not yet. One more month, then I'll be able to get boost their combat strength. Okay. All right, that should be enough to start pushing. I think. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and jump in here. Let's give it a shot. I don't really want to retreat, but I think that I'll be okay. I think the other thing I can do that will help. I need one more month, and I will. This is a great. If you have a decent number of garrisons, this is a great. Combat reinforcements will make them significantly stronger, so that'll basically safeguard this entire region. You'll see. So those soldiers are losing right now, and they are still losing. Let's move him over to support. Oh, nope, there we go. All right. Okay, no, never mind. I guess they do need it. Come on, guys. You got this. I really don't want to retreat you if I can avoid it. I might have to. Nope. Okay, great. That'll help. Nope, not yet. Okay, what we'll do then is... need one more. I'll get the airstrikes going, and then that'll help this. That'll finish the job. The other part, I don't have intel there, and I also don't have... roads there. I really don't want to recruit them out of there. They're basically locking down that soldier until this is resolved one way or the other. Let's get drones going there. Nope. Okay, good. They're kicking up. Precision munitions I want. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Got another airstrike in you? Okay, I do want to bring you over here. That's going to cause... Nope, they're still doing okay. These roads are not... They're a little slower than I'd like, especially with the sheer number of insurgents we have here. Okay, good. Okay, great. That's going well. That'll weaken them a little. Let's go ahead and... Let's go for broke here. Let's get them even better weapons. Okay, that's defended. Bring you over here, and that should do the job. And it does. It does. Perfect. Those guys are gone. They no longer need support. I can move them here. I don't know what those guys are doing. What do we got going on there? Okay. Oh, awesome. Okay, that worked out real well, actually. Let's get universal justice. That'll get me some reputation. And everyone's pretty happy right now. I think just a couple of other random initiatives will help. We're starting to get into remote zones, so getting the, I always forget the name of it, remote subsidies is helpful. Alright, now that that is done, I just was leaving this guy here in case they spawned. Let's bring it over here. This is going to be an airstrike. 3%? Yeah, I can cover it up. Alright, they're going to attack. That means they probably won't attack from here, and they probably won't be able to reinforce there. Okay. Yep, they're on the attack now. Great. And these are normally my garrisons, I'd want them to end up somewhere in here, but with our, one of these is, where is it? Inaccessible terrain. Garrisons can't be built in remote zones, which means I'm never going to get them in the mountains anyway, so it doesn't matter. What do we got? Subtle pressure. I don't think I'll do this yet. I think I can wait one more time, and that'll be enough to kick it, to start publicly accusing them, to shout at them across the floor of the UN, you know. Alright, almost there. Okay, take them a little longer than I'd like. Let's get drones out and give them some combat help. There we go. Do I have... I do have that already. Getting some extra support in those zones would be helpful. Oh, wow, another base. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm going to leave this guy here until that camp is destroyed, and then I should be able to push into this region. Alright, what else do we have that we can... yeah, we're going to want to start building roads in remote places. That might have started already. Nope, not yet. Maybe right here. Nope, not yet. Alright, we'll see. Okay, if I can take one more zone before I address this, I might be able to start peace negotiations, which would be a great thing. Let's see. Maybe I'll get lucky. Okay. I'm gonna need to threaten them again. Okay. Okay, cool. Hopefully that won't go terribly. The police chief of it, I mean, usually, or not usually, but often there is a second part of that event where he'll be using unorthodox methods and you'll have to arrest him. Okay. Just for fun, let's go ahead. Oh, nope. Alright, didn't change, but that's okay. Might have damaged our foreign relations as well, but that's all right. There's still pretty low capability, so I think we're okay for right now. We're definitely again we are reaching the point where it's a question of when, not if, we will win the game. We got medium reputation, so I don't think that'll be losing anytime soon. Taking out the base helps. Yeah, taking out the base helps certainly. I am going to start getting these ones here, though, because I want these guys to be boosting the support level when they are not in combat, particularly in these two zones, since they were captured more recently. And I'm getting nothing from here. It's because I don't have any garrisons in these areas, and I won't. That's where things are going to be interesting. Okay, here is what we need to do. I see what they want me to do. Okay, what we're going to do is, we can't get garrisons into this remote zones. What we can do is camp out a coalition soldier right in the middle of everything, which is exactly what we're going to do. And that should, yep, there we go, immediately. Okay, yep, go ahead and try to talk. Yeah, slow progress of peace. That shouldn't last long once we start pushing through. So again, what the strategy here is we have our coalition soldier who is much weaker than the national soldiers, but can give the the advisory role feature, allows them to support the national soldiers much better. So with him in the middle, I should be getting to the point where it should push both of these combats over the edge. And let's try again. Okay, that helps. Not yet. I don't want to antagonize him until I have to. Let's start transitioning to a democracy. We are going to need our cave combat tactics. Oh, and both of those. Okay, cool. Let's make them apologize. Did not object. Good. Because they have exactly one zone left. If I bring him up here, should be able to take that. What I do want is more airstrikes, though. Because that'll help him. Yeah, again, we don't have a lot of support in there. Normally, we'd be building garrisons into here, but we can't in this scenario. So I want to get him as much help as he can get, because it is going to be a bit of a battle, I think. Let's go ahead. We are close to... yeah, we're close to the end, so let's go ahead and give ourselves some reputation. Okay, good. He'll get through it. Awesome. Then in that case, let's go ahead and start just plowing through the peace talks as quickly as possible. Perfect. Let's get bigger bombs. That'll help. Got another airstrike coming. Yep, imprison all insurgent leaders. Maybe I'm being a little quick about this, but I think it's okay. Cash. I do not need one over there. All right, let's let it roll. Again, we only have one insurgent left, and he's in that cave. Okay. Okay, good. gone. Let's do full elections, give ourselves some more rep, and then finally agree to peace deal. Okay, great. And that'll be it. For which one of these is gonna pop first? 3, 2, 1. Oh, great, cool. Proud of them. All right, and once that goes, all green. That's the game. That is a victory. Perfect. I've successfully completed this week's Bruto Challenge. So, again, I don't really pay much attention to the score. 30,000 is usually around what I score. This one was a tricky one, actually. I think the challenge of having to use your coalition soldiers very strategically, in addition to, it is very rare in Saffron Fields to have insurgents pop up over here. You do not see that very often. Usually they stay over here and you have some time before they get elsewhere. I am sure that is part of the challenge, which is, part of what the challenge gives is different circumstances. Part of the circumstances they did are almost certainly making it, adding an additional camp so they pop up in a place that you are not used to. And it's true, I came in thinking that I was not going to have to deal with that, and I did. I do think that the management of the soldiers was very important in this one, because, it's important in all of them, but in this case, the coalition soldiers cost about, $5 to $10 more, and you had to spend that money in order to get it. So the question was, do you go for the national soldiers as quickly as possible and try to get them out, or do you splurge for the second one when I did? And I think splurging for the second one worked because one on their own is usually enough to fight off the stray insurgent, but in this case they are not. Having 2 soldiers there allowed me to contain the insurgents, particularly up in this region, before they got out of hand. So I think that's probably the way to do it. And then, of course, I do appreciate, and I don't know if they intended this, but having the design of, not having garrisons mean I'm just going to plant a coalition soldier here, and then it'll support all the others, is a pretty smart way to do it, and it felt pretty cool to do. So, so that's all I got. Let me know if you like this video. Go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. The usual stuff. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me how you did on this challenge. And thank you all for watching.